Hey, we are playing with pattern blocks, and I'm on the website that I linked in this sign-up post. So, like we talked about in class, if this is my hole, then the green triangle is how much? I really hope you said 1/6, but I'm not going to quiz you because we're just not doing that today. And then I have a blue, what's that word? Better be rhombus, right? Is 1/3. And then my trapezoid, that's actually a trapezoid actually, is 1/2 of my whole one shape, right? So then I can use these figures to demonstrate addition and subtraction. So I could say 1/2 plus 1/3, right? And like we talked about, this is not a new shape, right? So I need to transform these or transfer these into something else. So I went ahead and got some pattern blocks and or some green triangles. And what I talked about, these are 1/6 of this whole, right? And so 2 rhombuses, ha ha ha, 2 triangles make a rhombus, correct? Right. So I can exchange this rhombus for 2 1/6 pieces, just like I did with base 10 blocks. And the same thing here, my trapezoid can be exchanged for 3. So I can now add my 1/3 and my 1/2 to have 5/6. Okay. Simple enough. No real stressful stuff, right? No big deal. As long as my fraction is a 1/2, a 1/3, or a 1/6. Now, because we're teachers and we get aggravated when there are limits to things, we decided that we would start using 2 pattern blocks as my whole. And so when we talk about this on assessments, you need to be very clear about what is your whole. Because, right, with fractions, that's what matters. I have to be out of the same whole. I can't use 2 different pies and talk about the same whole. So in the event that my 2 hexagons is one whole, one hexagon is 1/2. A trapezoid is 1/4. How much is a blue rhombi? If that's 3, then it's a 6, right? So that's 1/6. And then my green triangles are now 1/12. Okay, so this opened up some new options fraction-wise, right? I can add the fourths. Some sets of pattern blocks have these new shapes. This purple triangle, which should be half of that guy, which he's not, which is wrong. Anyway, ignore him. Can I get him to delete? Yeah. They have the shapes that is half of this triangle, and then they have one that is half of the rhombus for the 4ths and the 8ths with using just a single hexagon as your whole. I don't have enough of those to use them, and they're not in standard pattern blocks, so I haven't been using them. So we've been using the 2 hexagons as one whole. So for this, if I said 1/4 plus 1/12, I need to convert my 4th into 12ths. 1, 2, 3 of them, right? And I can say that's 4/12. But I also know that is also, what else is that? And we said my rhombus was a new 6, right? Since my whole is 2 yellow hexagons. So it's 2/6. Okay. That's how you use the pattern blocks to add. Subtract do the same way, right? So if I had 1/6 minus 1/12, so then I would have to swap out my 6 for 2/12. Right? And then I now need to take 1 away. So I take 1 away, and then I'm left with just 1/12 here. All right. So when you're drawing this on paper or you're using electronic ones, help me understand what you're doing, okay? So if you screenshot this, you can write on the screenshots, or if you draw it out on paper using your paper pattern blocks are the ones printed. I've got a few problems for you to try. Just want you to play with these and experience them a little bit since we're not in class on Friday. Hope y'all have a very safe break, and we'll see you when we get back.